Welcome, trust builders. I'm Sue Dyer, and this is Lead with Trust, where we explore how leaders can build their business on a foundation of trust and reap the rewards of becoming the top performer in their market. Leaders that understand how to use and leverage trust are uniquely positioned to disrupt their industry and dominate their market. Distrust of businesses and business leaders is at an all-time high. Trusted businesses must have trusted leaders, and your team, your customers, and your vendors are waiting for you to step up and elevate the level of trust in your business. My hope is that this podcast can help you start your trusted leader journey. Hey, this is Sue Dyer, and welcome to this episode of Lead with Trust. This is going to be a little Friday 5-minute tidbit for you. And I had someone ask me the other day, they were telling me a story about how frustrated they were and that they didn't feel like their people did what they wanted them to do. And this was a particular gentleman who had a client ask him to do something, kind of a pet project that was really important to the client. And so the owner said, well, of course, we'll get right on that and we'll do it. So he told his person that was working on this project to do this. And then the owner gets a call about a day later, I think it was a day or two later, from the client saying, well, what the heck? You didn't do what I asked you to do. And so the question to me was, well, how do I get my people to listen to me so they actually do what I want? And so this is just a little quick answer to that, and maybe some food for thought for you. So the first thing to think about when you're giving something to your people, like, let them understand the context of it. Did he understand that this was a call and a specific thing asked for by the client and that it was a very high priority? Did the person really know what they were supposed to do? Did they know the priority? Did they know what they were supposed to do? Did they know that there was a budget to do it? Was there a cost associated with it? Maybe they weren't able to do it themselves and they would have to get somebody else on the team to do it, bring somebody else in. Those are all things that are probably in the person who's trying to execute on this needs to know in order to be able to really make it happen. So I think those three things are pretty darn important because you have lots of pressures when you're trying to implement something for a customer, and you may have made your plan for the day and you've got what you're going to do. And so you don't know where this fits in. You may not even know what it is, and you don't know how you're going to get the resources necessarily to do it. So those are things that you need to make sure that you're letting your people know. The other thing that I thought was really interesting is the study that I came upon, which was some students went out and they posed as beggars in the street. And they simply asked people for some change. And 44% of the time, they got something. When they asked people specifically for a quarter, then 64% of the time they got the quarter. And when they asked for an arbitrary amount like 37 cents, 75% of the time they got the 37 cents. So when you're asking your people to do something, the more precise you are about exactly what you want, the much greater likelihood is that they will actually follow through and do it. So I hope this is good food for thought for you for this week, and we will see you in the next episode. Hey, I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Lead with Trust, and that wherever you're listening to this podcast, you will subscribe. And if you enjoyed this episode, send it to someone who you think can really use this message that you got today. And also, please leave us a review. Your honest review wherever you listen to your podcasts would be much appreciated. And of course, the more reviews we get, the better they are, the better for the podcast. I'm truly on a mission to get more and more people to understand that trust is the essential element. So I hope you'll be part of that. This show really exists to help you, leaders, to build your business on a foundation of trust so that you can reap the rewards of becoming that top performer in your market. I see over and over where no one can possibly reach the levels of those people that understand how to build a high trust culture in their business. Now, today, if you're really curious about starting your trusted leader journey, you can get started right away if you just take the free Trusted Leader Profile, and you can learn where you fall along the Trusted Leader continuum. And this really can unlock your confidence on where you are and what you need to do. It's very specific on what you can do. Gives you a snapshot of your leadership style. So if you want to take that, just go to www.sudyco, SUDYCO.com, and then /profile, and you will get immediate access to the Trusted Leader Profile. Once again, that is www.sudyco, SUDYCO.com /profile. All right, that's a wrap. I just can't wait to hang out with you again on our next episode.